Good morning, beautiful souls. I have not been on for a while and had some time today, so I thought maybe we would catch a reading for the 1st of September. As many of you may know or may not know, the month of September is Suicide Awareness Month. So check on your friends, check on yourself. If you're feeling down, whatever, reach out, get some help, okay? Yeah, so that's a quick little thing. And I just realized I had the Six of Wands out from this morning. I pull a card for myself every morning. That's a card of victory. So that's the theme of the month of September. I'm going to go ahead and put it back in the deck, and we'll see if it comes back out. But there's a lot of astrological energy going around, and it's a lot of closure to things that may have been repeating cycles in your life. It's more or less putting those things to bed, right? Getting the trigger points from a 10 down to a 0 and putting those things behind you. Realize that you've done a lot of work on yourself and you've grown a lot, and you're not that person that was back in that trauma-driven mentality, and it's time to let some of those things go. I heard something this morning. I was listening to the Four Agreements audiobook, which is a staple in my house. There's a part of the book that says humans are the only species on the planet that continue to punish themselves after mistakes are made. Most animals will punish themselves or pay the price for their mistake one time only. Humans have such a vivid memory that we continue to punish ourselves over and over again. So this kind of struck me as something that jumped out in the book. Every time I read it or listen to it, something else jumps out at me. But, think about the things that you are beating yourself up for, and how many times have you punished yourself for the same mistake? Because all it takes is once. It's all you need, right? And give yourself grace and forgiveness for those mistakes that you've made, because all of us have always done the best we could with the tools that we had in the environment that we were in. And that's all anybody can ask of anybody, right? We all strive to do better. We all strive to grow and expand our knowledge, expand our wisdom. And the people we were that made those mistakes from the past don't exist anymore, right? There's a saying in the Alice in Wonderland deck, I can't go back to yesterday because I was a different person then. So there's that. Anyway, that's my little soapbox for the day. And we're going to get some cards. We're using Light Seer's deck today. Spirit, Source, God, Creator, Universe. Can I get the current energy we're just going to go for the month of September. Okay. We got the Four of Cups, or Two of Cups in reverse. So the twos represent balance and the cups represent emotion. So with the month of September being a month that we're putting a lot of things to bed, it's going to feel imbalanced, right? Because it feels like we're going to be revisiting a lot of the past, revisiting some of the, not so lovable things and putting them to rest. But it's going to take that imbalance to create balance, right? Because we may have been so far on one side that we have to experience the contrast of the other side in order to meet in the middle. It's a dance, right? It's a dance. And the energies have to be flowing in a balanced way. This looks like the cups are pouring out. So this is releasing, right? We just had the full moon, the full blue supermoon a couple days ago, or yesterday, 2 days ago, sorry. It was beautiful. I hope if you guys saw it, you were able to appreciate it. And I personally do rituals for the full moon, but if you did, great. If not, that's great too. Whatever the moon means to you. But I feel like this card is representing this outpour of emotion, right? Outpouring from your higher self into your lower self. Receiving the self-love that you need in order to release the things that you need to release, or to embrace and accept those things that you need to embrace. A lot of times it's not so much that we aren't being given love and grace and appreciation. A lot of times it's hard for us to receive that. I'll give you a good example. I had a situation happen that I needed to tell a family member about, And I was fearful that this family member would be upset with me once I told this family member about the situation. And when I ended up telling this person, the response I got was not one of being angry at me, but one of being angry for me in my defense, and telling me, you know, I could never be mad at you for something like that. I support you. I'm here for you. I love you. And that was really hard for me to hear. I didn't know how to take that. Why? Well, because I had never been open to receiving it before. So even when I had gotten it in the past, I didn't recognize it. I didn't appreciate it. And when I finally got to the point in my growth that I was able to receive that kind of love, it bowled me over and brought me to tears. So I think that's what this is saying. You know, accept those things that you've been wishing for. It needs to balance out. It's going to feel uncomfortable. Growth is always uncomfortable. And then you'll get comfortable with it, and then you'll hit a new level. So that's our current energy, along with the Three of Cups. So Three of Cups is more about community and camaraderie. And this is telling me that this is something you need to do alone. This is not something that you can do in a pack. Not everybody's going to be on the same level or on the same path or on the same walkway that you are at. You know, we might be on the same path, but we're all at different stages of that path. And there's probably not a soul on the planet that's in the exact same place that you are. And you need to recognize that and understand that a lot of this healing journey is solo, right? People will come into your life and out of your life, and we need to let them go with grace, and we need to embrace our tribe while it's there, but then let them go with grace when it's time for that to change as well. So it's a lot of letting go, a lot of releasing, and a lot of inner understanding of your own, I don't want to say mental health, but of your own position maybe on the path. You know, are you able to receive this love? Are you able to give this love? If you can't receive it and you don't even know what it looks like, then how can you give it, right? A lot of empaths or codependents might think that they do give unconditional love, but what they're doing is really offsetting the fact that they have never received it. So they're trying to create it. That's why empaths or codependents are always expecting something back, because they feel like, well, if I'm giving it, I should get it back, right? It's the law of karma, blah, blah, blah. But the deal is with karma, you have to give it to yourself. You have to understand and know at a core level that you're worthy of it. And it doesn't have to be from the outside, right? You can give it to yourself. So that's our energies for September. I like this energy because it is, although it appears to be somewhat negative because the cards are reversed, I don't often see reversals as negative. Today I'm seeing them as kind of keeping your energy close, understanding yourself, focusing on yourself, not so much worried about what other people around you are doing, but worrying more so about how you're reacting to it. How is this affecting me? Am I able to receive this? Am I able to block this? Negative, if it's negative, right? Standing in your truth, standing in your power, right? Not needing others to lift you up because you can lift yourself up. So I love this energy. I think it's great. We have a lot of planets in retrograde, and retrograde's all about revisit, repeat. You know, you could repeat these cycles or you can learn from them. But they're going to come back, and you can either close the chapter or write a new one. So there's that. Let's get some advice to go with this energy. What can we do? That looks like education to me, off the rip. That's all I'm going to say about, that's not all I'm going to say. Page of Swords. So swords are about thoughts and words and understanding at a logical level, at a 3D level. And the pages are really that childlike quality inside, right? That childlike curiosity. And I think what this is saying, you know, besides education is, and messengers, there's messengers there. And a light bulb, you know, the light bulb goes off, that aha moment when you become so curious, like a child, without judgment, where you're like, you know, why is the sky blue? Why is the grass green? Those basic wanting to understand and be curious about yourself, right? She's walking this fine line, understanding that you add anything to it, you know, you may fall over, but the aha moments are what's keeping her going, because she's light on her feet, right? She's able to cross that canyon, that cliff. Yeah, from one cliff to another. Because she's learning. She's studying. But she's studying her thoughts, her mind, her words. So be mindful of your words. Remember, your words are magic. They're powerful. We cast a spell when we say things. So what is that inner dialogue? What are you telling yourself? Or you're like, oh man, I'm such an asshole because I didn't do this, that, or the other thing. Well, you've just created a magic spell on yourself. Be very mindful of those thoughts, those words. What do you think about yourself? What do you say to yourself? What is your inner monologue talking about? Get curious, like that of a child. The pages, right? You have all this knowledge. Now you've got to go turn it into wisdom. Be curious about the knowledge that you received. Be curious about these things that you've read or listened to or podcasts or whatever, and apply them now. Turn them into wisdom. Be curious like a child and see what you can do with them. Okay? That's beautiful. I love that. And it's very yellow. I'm thinking that's like solar plexus, which is where all your, that's too many cards, where all your power and self-confidence is. And it's also, a lot of people don't know this, one of the chakras in which you get your messages from divine, right? Your third eye is your intuition, and that's you remembering. But your solar plexus, which is right around your belly button area, is where you get your divine guidance, right? People call it that gut instinct. That's why. So, more advice. Well, I guess we're going to get a lot. So, don't get scared, guys. Don't get scared. But it's the tower. So, the tower is about destroying the old so that you can create the new. Towers, when they come in the upright, it's kind of like divine is doing this for you. This may be letting go of a relationship that's no longer good for you, that you're hesitant to leave. Divine will come in and force these changes that reflect your growth. Really, it's all done in your highest good, right? You're better than that now. You know better than that now. You are believing that you are worth more than that now. And divine is going to show you, and it might come as a shock. It might come in a way that you don't expect. So tower doesn't necessarily mean bad. It just means unexpected. So it's a lot of surprises, right? So be prepared for that. That's what divine is telling us. And maybe it's up to you to be the tower in someone else's life. Maybe it's up to you to walk away from a relationship to show someone something that they need to see. Maybe you've been enabling things for so long that it's time for them to stand on their own 2 feet. So towers work both ways. You can be the tower or you can receive the tower. And I feel like this card is saying do both. Do both, right? 2 sides of the same coin. The speaker and the listener. You got to be both at some point. But it's going to come in unexpected ways. And maybe we want it to come in unexpected ways because that's when people pay attention, right? When it's something that is expected, they kind of like go on autopilot, right? They expect a certain reaction from you, or you expect a certain reaction from them. Those reactions, those interactions are not going to be what they always were. So be prepared for that. We got the 6 of Wands. So I thought this card might come back out, and I think it still means victory. I don't think this means a lack of victory. What I think this means is it's victory for you. It's pointing at you, right? It's pointing at well, technically at me reading the card, right? And it's victory for you. This might mean it's not a victory for someone else. They might see it as a failure and you see it as a victory. 2 sides of the same coin all the time. Victory is failure and failure is victory. There's no way around that. So I feel like this is, your victory might not be good for someone else or well, it's always good for all of us, but it might feel like a punishment to someone else. Or someone else's victory might feel like a punishment to you. But keep in mind, they're the same thing. They're meant to do the same thing, which is help you grow, help you open yourself up to receiving. See, she's very open to receiving. She's not closed off. And there's victory to be had here. So find the victories. And then the last card. So it's funny, I got this card the night of the blue moon, but I got it in the upright. So Page of Cups, again, that childlike, curious energy of, what can I do with this new knowledge that I have gained? How can I put this into practice? How can I turn this into wisdom, right? When pigs fly, right? And there's like a little sound bowl there. I think it's a sound bowl or a cauldron. I'm not sure. My roommate and I were discussing that the other night. We're not really sure what that is. and the energy flowing from him and to him, right? He's just in the flow. So this is saying, maybe don't be quite so pie in the sky. Maybe be a little curious about the 3D versions, like, what do they say? Hope for the best, plan for the worst. I'm not necessarily subscribing to that wholeheartedly anymore, but consider all sides of things, right? Be the creator. Don't just let things happen, because you have to take action for things to happen, right? You can't just be always receiving. And his feet are, I keep thinking head over heels, right? So head over heels. Cups is love. So maybe there's some new love coming in. Be loving. Be loving to yourself. Be loving to others. And think of that teenage head over heels, butterflies in your stomach kind of feeling. That new love, that puppy love, that curiosity, that setting out for the first time in the love realm, if you will, and return to that, right? Don't be so jaded by your past. Don't be so jaded that you're already planning for the breakup before you even start dating, right? Live in the moment. Be here now. Let things unfold naturally. Don't, I'm thinking like avoidant attachment styles. Push someone away so that they can't hurt you. Well, then you can never let them in, and you'll never know what it was going to be. And you're basing that on past experiences. And what I think the message of the month is to let go of those past experiences. Let those go. They're gone. They're over. Let go of thinking that every relationship is as it was in the past, and start something new. Okay? I'm going to leave the tarot portion there. I really like the messages we got. Really feeling the renewed energy, if you will. I just got chills as I said renewed energy. So I don't know what that means, but, look at things like a child. New perspective, new curiosity. And we're going to get one Sacred Creators Oracle card. That was more than one. One Sacred Oracle to top off the advice for this month. One Sacred Oracle. There we go. I gotta pick it up off the floor, but that's okay. So it did fall face down. And it's Creator Alchemy. So that's funny, because I've been really, really on about The Alchemist, the book The Alchemist. If you haven't read it, read it. It's a great read. The theme of that book is the universe is always conspiring in your favor. And it looks like the DNA strands in here, huh? So Creator Alchemy. When you're the creator, you can alchemize anything, right? I had a friend tell me a long time ago, if you, I hope you can see that, yeah. You can turn lead into gold if you wrote your book with a pencil. Thank you, Christy, for that. I never forgot that. So it's not always in the way that we think it is, but things can alchemize based on your perception and thinking outside the box. But I am going to read out of the book for you, just because it is the number 60 card. I don't know if 60 means anything to you. Creator Alchemy. Essential meaning. A powerful alchemist, your calling, purpose, passion, the ability to manifest your dreams into reality. Being on the road to success, new creative abilities, activating dormant DNA, and the spark of ideas. Your self-care message for this. Oh my gosh, I don't know that I know this word. The minute that anchor you down needs to believe in your dream. Too many projects or ideas at the same time, a need for focused determination. So if you've got your hand in a lot of different things right now, maybe put some down and focus on one thing. You're a powerful alchemist, and you are ready to transform the ingredients of your life and make your gold. I just talked about lead into gold, didn't I? You're about to step onto a timeline of great potential where there is a window of opportunity to engage in your own evolution. Use your creator alchemy to refashion offbeat skills or to rethink unused experiences from your past that will become relevant again. These fleeting moments offer quintessential creators like you the power to activate dormant DNA, change your awareness of self, and experience a profound inner change. Some call it ascension, others call it a frequency shift, and others perceive it as neurogenesis, epigenetics, or upgrades in your consciousness. As you blend past and future, your creator core is ready to level up and draw inspiration from this upgrade. Try to remain on your highest vibration over the next few days so that you can take advantage of this potential. Co-creating willingly with Source, and watch for unusual or eccentric illuminations to seed the way. Changing matter into creator gold will be anything but business as usual. Have you been tracking the ideas and wisdom that you've been downloading from Spirit lately? You are a badass creator. You've been alchemizing your experiences for a while now, so what's holding you back from manifesting the big dream? Do you need more support? Technique, guidance, determination, faith, passion, energy, certainty, knowing? Or what ingredient will speed up your transformation? So think about that, guys. It kind of plays into the whole thing, right? Putting the past to bed, but using the knowledge and the wisdom gained from the past to create a new future. So I think that's it for the messages today. And I hope you guys have a wonderful month of September. Don't forget, Suicide Awareness Month. It is purple and teal are the colors. And if you can get your hand on a ribbon or a t-shirt, then that would be great too. But check on your friends, check on yourself, create a self-care plan, and we'll talk soon. All right, guys? Much love and light. Take care.